G'day folks, it's the Maple Monkey here again with another Marvel United gameplay video for you, and we're going to be playing a official villain this time, nothing from Homebrew this time, and we're going to be looking at someone called Crimson Dynamo. So I had the idea of this battle because we just recently played against my Homebrew Cobra Commander, and I used the Crimson Dynamo model because I thought he kind of looked a little bit like Cobra Commander a little bit with his funny helmet and stuff. And then I thought, oh, this might be a fun one to actually use as a bit of a homage to G.I. Joe. So that's going to be the theme behind this one here. If you guys haven't seen already, I've been putting some homebrew stuff together for G.I. Joe. I'm calling G.I. Joe United, just some fan-made characters and modes and locations and stuff to represent G.I. Joe in the United game system. Plus, I also recently with Nelly and Dave, we played a big sort of live stream of an upcoming G.I. Joe Operation Cobra, a completely different game by a company called OC Games, I think. Might be one of their first, if not their first, game they're sort of planning on releasing. They're doing a GameFound campaign for it, and we just did a big live stream for that, which was a lot of fun. So I've sort of been having G.I. Joe on the mind a lot recently. So I thought it'd be fun to do like a G.I. Joe themed battle. So see if we can sort of retell a bit of a G.I. Joe story here. So some of these are a bit of a stretch, so you'll just have to bear with this as we go through, but hopefully you'll enjoy. Now, Crimson Dynamo, I should point out as well, he's linked to the Winter Guard, I believe, which is a 3-villain battle you can also play, and I think there's a special challenge where you can play those guys first before taking this guy on, and it's a bit like the lead up to Apocalypse's battle, where you can take on the Horseman and then sort of fight him, and that sort of has an effect on the big villain battle at the end. So you can do that. We're not doing that today because I'm sort of wanting to do this as a bit of a G.I. Joe sort of theme thing, so we're not going to do that, but that's just something that you can do. So let's have a look at the back here. He's got some special setup here. It says, replace the Clear Threats mission with the Power Struggle mission. The threat tokens are not used in this game. Oh, I'll have to put them away. I've just put them all out. We place 2 crisis tokens on the Power Struggle mission to start with. And then we set aside the Power Struggle Begins Master Plan card and place it on top of the deck after shuffling it. So it's essentially a starting Master Plan card. And if we were playing with Supervillain mode, we can add 2 stars to the hero team if one of the players was controlling the villain. So we'll have a look at all that in a second. So we are going to be fielding a team of 4 heroes, or 4 Joes if you like, and that is going to give him 8 health. Before we keep looking at this, let's have a quick look down here so we can see we do have the regular defeat thugs and rescue civilians mission, so we have to do 9 and 9 of each of those to consider those complete. But we also have this, and I think they're 12. Yep, 12 crisis token slots here on the Power Struggle, so this is what you're looking at here, and we're going to be setting 2 crisis tokens on here to start with. We'll be picking that up in a second too, because we're going to look back at that in a second, but let's keep going. So for his BAM, he's going to add a crisis token to the Power Struggle mission. Fair enough. And he also will be dealing a damage to a hero if we want to sort of step in the way of that. So he doesn't actually damage us. It's going to be us choosing to take the damage to stop power accruing on this token here. Then we also have the overflow, or in this card I should say, for each civilian and thug token that can't be added to the location, add a crisis token to the Power Struggle mission. So we can see he just does it automatically for a BAM, but we can block that if we take a damage. Here we don't have anything that we can do about this. It's just he adds a crisis token if there is overflow, and it's not if there's one. I have to remember this, it's for each, so that's quite scary actually. We've got to really make sure we keep these down, because that could get out of hand. Heroes may spend, now here we go, heroes may spend heroic actions in Crimson Dynamo's location to remove crisis tokens from the Power Struggle. So 1 heroic per crisis token, as many times as they wish. Now, the key thing to remember here is that it is in his location. So we can't just do that anywhere. If we're like, oh, that's fine, we'll let these build up because we'll just go and dump a bunch of heroics on this mission. We have to be able to get to him to do that. So, all right. So when there are no crisis tokens on the Power Struggle mission, it is completed. So we could, if it starts with only 2, and then if he doesn't put too many out in his first action card, we could sort of like get to his location and try and remove a bunch of them, and it would count as one of the missions being complete. But we need to remember that if that's the case, then he goes under pressure straight away, because one mission will have been completed. Then we flip that card and place it here, covering both the special rules and the villainous plot. So all of this would disappear, and this would as well. But let's have a look at this villainous plot. The heroes lose if at any time there are 12 crisis tokens on the Power Struggle mission. So we saw that there are 12 slots, so essentially if it fills up, we lose. So that's how that works. But if we put him under pressure by doing this first, we can put him under pressure by completing one of the other 2 missions, defeat thugs or rescue civilians. But if we do that, then this happens. So from now on, effects that would add crisis tokens to the Power Struggle mission, add them to this card instead. So it's essentially the same card, but just the backside of it. But we'd be putting our crisis tokens here. But at the end of each villain turn, if there are 4 or more crisis tokens on this card, discard them all, and then draw a master plan card and add it face down to the storyline. So yeah, that's going to be ramping things up. End game wise, he's going to sort of like be churning through his cards, and we need to remember that one of our loss conditions is if he goes to draw a card at the beginning of his turn, or at any point in his turn, I guess, and if he can't do that, then we lose. And notice in the special rules section here and anywhere else, there's no reference to a KO doing anything like putting an extra card out or anything like that. So the standard thing for a KO is that he would BAM again. So if he KOs us, then he is going to add a crisis token to the mission. So essentially KOs, add a crisis token, overflows, add a crisis token, and then yeah, they go on either side of these depending on how this is face up. So there you go, that's what he's bringing to the table. We'll put that back down over here. I need to remember that it's for each overflow, not like each location that overflows. Put his health in there. All right, so that's what we're dealing with. Let's have a look at what he's bringing to the party as well in terms of threats. So he's got armor power. So this is as long as 1 or more armor power, because you'll notice he's wearing a big suit, are in play, Crimson Dynamo ignores 1 damage each hero and villain turn. Wow, hero and villain turn. So he is scary. So he can even block damage from people who have like some sort of like defensive ability and that sort of thing as well. So he's got that armor power. So we have to clear that with 3 heroics, and I believe there is, yeah, over here, there are 2 copies of that. So he's got 2 of those. So if we don't want to have to be sort of wasting attacks against him, we need to clear both of these. Alright, so what else does he have? Let's start down here. He's got a Winter Guard power. So this is a BAM effect. It says add a crisis token to the Power Struggle mission, and then 1 hero in this location may take a damage to prevent this effect. So if we're in this spot, we can prevent that. So we can prevent the crisis tokens going down. If we're in his spot, we can prevent them from here, but it does look like a lot of them go down. If he calls a BAM, like a lot of them go down at once. When this threat is cleared, discard 1 crisis token from the Power Struggle mission. So there you go. Oh, okay, so we can sort of reduce it. Okay, that's a bit like I was going to say the Cobra Commander thing, but I'm actually thinking of my new Storm Shadow design. A bit of a tug of war thing going on there. Now he's got one down here in this location. He's got another copy of that up here in London, and I think there's actually 3 of these. Yep, here's the other one over at the Statue of Liberty. So there's 3 of those. Wow, so if he calls a BAM, that's 1, 2, 3 plus his own. That's 4 tokens that go down straight away. Okay, that's going to be a bit hectic, I think. We've got to take care of those, I think. He also has this card up here, which is the Red Militia. So this says, turn all civilians in this location into thugs, and then deal a damage to 1 hero in each location, it's not just this one, with 1 or more thugs. Right, so we're going to be copying damage from all sorts of things. So we're going to, is it to each hero? 1 damage to 1 hero. Okay, so boy oh boy, those threats are pretty threatening. So yeah, that's all the threats, and we have. I've decided to lay out a bit of a G.I. Joe-ish theme as well with the board. So I've put sort of 3 Joe locations up this end. So we've got Cape Citadel, which I think is some sort of a military base, and then we've got Shield headquarters, because I thought, well, the Joes would have their secret underground base sort of thing, like I think it's called the Pit, so that'd be a cool one there. And then we've got the Hangar Bay, because I do like my G.I. Joe vehicles. And then I thought the next 2 locations could be like famous landmarks that are under threat from Cobra. So we've got London here, and we've got the Statue of Liberty, and I believe this is the what do they call this? Is this the Tower Bridge or something like that, or yeah, I'm not sure. And then we've got now this is Avengers Mountain, and it just looks like I think it's kind of where maybe the Dark Avengers or something set up their base or whatever. But it kind of looks very threatening and stuff. And I thought it's just the sort of like, if you look at the pose here of Crimson Dynamo with his hand out, kind of looks like Cobra Commander would, you know, make a big giant statue of himself like that or something like that. So I thought that's a cool location for him to be hanging out as his base. And yeah, there we go. Let's have a look at now our G.I. Joe theme for our team. So we have Deadpool here, although I'm going to use X-Force Deadpool. I originally was going through looking for characters with like big guns and rifles and stuff for the G.I. Joe theme, and of course I came across the big Deadpool with his big giant cannon with all the different things strapped to it. But then when I thought, hey, I'll use the X-Force Deadpool, and I looked at the deck, I realized that the art, I think, on the front is this character, and I thought, well, this kind of looks like Snake Eyes anyway, right? So this is going to be our ninja for the team, and then we've got a couple of Joes with rifles here, so who better than Forge and Bishop? So we're going to be using Forge and Bishop, although I'm a bit worried I'm going to mix them up because they're both like characters with holding big guns up in the air, so I can see myself sort of reaching for one thinking it was the other sort of thing, but we'll have to see how we go. And then we've got old man Nick Fury Sr. He's got a little rifle there or some sort of like energy weapon or something. Was it a flamer? Maybe it's I don't know what that is actually. But I thought he'd be kind of like a cool General Hawk sort of thing. So yeah, there we go. Those are our Joes. Let's have a look at their decks. So we have X-Force Deadpool. So this is, I think he was a promo or something, wasn't he? So we're going to shuffle him up a little bit because he's got 2 starting hand cards. We only need to draw 1. And we are going to be playing on standard mode, so we're going to be keeping our double wilds. That's how I like to roll. And I don't believe any of these guys have equipment, so yeah, they're all going to have that. Let's have a look here. So let's start with these ones. Improved resistance to everything until the beginning of your next turn. Any special effects on the master plan cards played have no effect on Deadpool. Okay, that's cool. It gives us a punch. Oh, look at, speaking of double wilds, and now I'm thinking, oh no, I just shuffled them, didn't I? Okay, I was going to say, have I shuffled? And we've got a regenerative healing factor. So as long as this card is face up in the storyline, if you have less than 3 cards in your hand at the start or sorry, at the end of a villain turn, you may draw a card. So that's pretty cool. And put those down. We have one starting hand card here for Bishop, and again we'll shuffle him up. We'll see if we draw our double wilds again. Alright, could be off to a flying start if we did that. Alright, 1, 2, because he's got only one starting hand card, and that is this one here. Energy resistance. As long as this card is face up in the storyline, you cannot take any damage dealt from adjacent locations. Okay. I don't know that that's handy in this particular case, because I don't know if I read anything about Crimson Dynamo doing damage in adjacent locations. However, he may have some tricks up his sleeve in the Master Plan deck as well. Alright, so we have now Forge has no starting hand card, so we're just going to shuffle him up and see what we get. 1, 2, oops, sorry, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's just get these guys sort of lined up there. There we go. And we have, double stars, and a move and a punch, and a star. Okay. And it's been a while since I've used these guys, I think, the old X-Men characters. We've got one starting hand card there, I believe. Yep, that's the one. So let's just shuffle it all up and see how we go. Draw 2. There we go. So his starting hand is Infinity Formula. I know I've used this guy a little while ago because I think we played him in that game against the Skrulls. As long as this card is face up in the storyline, when you recover from being KO'd, we draw an extra card. Okay. And we also have, a couple of double wilds, and we've got our nice card there. So that's pretty cool. Alright, so let's see if we can be victorious in our efforts against Cobra. Whoever Crimson Dynamo works for. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, and I really like, I've just ordered some of the new, I think they're called like a reinforcement pack, but some of the new variants of Minis from Mars, little tokens for the civilians and the thugs, because the civilians, a whole bunch of them look like little soldiers, little officers or cops. I think they might be supposed to be police officers, but they kind of also look like little soldiers in their little dress uniforms. So they're going to be kind of cool for this G.I. Joe theme. And then he's also, for the thugs, got a bunch of little guys that look like AIM soldiers. So they're kind of perfect for the, you can imagine this being some sort of a Viper, some sort of like a Hazard Viper or something like that. And the other variant is, I think he's like a big burly guy, and he kind of reminds me of someone you might see in that scene where Red Guardian's in the prison with all the big Russian soldiers and stuff. I think one of them was supposed to be like Ursa Major, so he looks kind of cool as well. Or like maybe a big wrestler or something. He looks cool. So yes, so they're going to be fun. Alright, so we have to shuffle up Crimson Dynamo's deck, and we have to remember to put this starting Master Plan card on top. So if he's got a BAM on this starting Master Plan card, we're in a bit of trouble. Alright, I've got no idea what's in this deck. I haven't looked at this one. Okay, so this will be interesting. I really like the design on this his suit here with this. It looks like a wheel sort of thing. It reminds me of Dr. Echo from Brute Force. It looks like he could transform into a little motorcycle or a car at any moment. So it's pretty cool. Alright, we've got our starting Master Plan card, and let's see what it does. Hopefully it says play this face down into the storyline and continue to have your hero turns. It does not say that. It says to go 0. Okay. Now it's not a landing spot location. There are no landing spot locations here. There's no... Oh, you know what we did forget to do? Let's put a couple of crisis tokens on here to start with. It says add a crisis token to the power struggle mission. Oh, okay, so I see. So it's guaranteeing that we've got 3 there, but it's not going to Shazam us with a BAM with all of this stuff going on. It gives us a little bit of time to at least clear something from this table. Add a crisis token to the power struggle mission. See, the problem is we're going to want to clear at least these 3, right? Because they've got so much potential to add more crisis tokens. But then we also want to get rid of the armor, because that's going to be really a pain if we have to try and get through 2 armor. You can ignore 2. Oh no, it doesn't ignore 2, does it? It's not for each one. As long as 1 or more armor in play ignores 1. Okay, that's not as bad. Okay, I'll have to think about that, because also this red militia sounds bad, because if we're anywhere where there's a thug, we're getting damaged. So that's interesting. Okay, well, let's put that down here, and he puts out 3 more thugs. Countdown until the Meeple Monkey makes some sort of rules mistake. I suppose I already made my first one by forgetting to put the crisis token out, right? So now I can relax. I'm sure there's going to be no more mistakes. Alright, we're drawing a card. And we've drawn, Bo might be in danger. Is it Bo or B? I think it's B. B might, wait, no, Bo? B. I forget. I think Bo would have a U in there, right? And is it B? She was like one of the golden girls. I forget what that's all about. Anyway, sorry. Rescue a civilian in our location. Okay, so we can play that, but I think what I want to do is get started with some of these. I think I noticed that we've got some heroics. I would love to throw a wild in there. But I think having a healing factor would be good here, I think, because then we could maybe block some hits and then just be able to heal them back up. So that's maybe not a bad idea. I think I'll play that. So not getting quite as many actions happening, but hopefully I can save that double wild and be able to play it later. I'm going to play that. I'm going to put out a heroic token here on the Winter Guard power spot, and there was something else I was going to check. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I looked over here and I remembered that the Statue of Liberty has an ongoing effect that I should be mentioning to you guys. It says here at the end of each villain turn, so we could have done this in the previous turn, heroes may add 1 civilian to this location. So basically if people or the tourists are flocking there, we do not have to be in there. It's not an end of turn effect. We can just, every turn we can do that if we want. And I feel like we do not want to do that. So considering how much overflow could hurt us here. So that's something we have to bear in mind too. I'm eager to get rid of this to start with. So that's 1 less on this thing, but I have to remember not to just get so sort of tunnel vision looking at these threats and being worried about these that I forget the civilian and thug threats. So, alright, let's see how long it takes for me to forget about that. Ooh, we've got another fancy card here. So, energy absorption, I think it's called. Okay. And it says, gain a punch token. You may ignore damage until the beginning of your next turn. Oh, I can ignore damage. So this would be a good one to play. I could play this out and then take a hit to prevent this stuff going down, but not actually take the damage. That's pretty cool as well. Oh. Because I was going to play this energy resistance. As long as this card is face up in the storyline, you cannot take any damage dealt from adjacent locations. But this doesn't seem as useful now in this particular mission, but this one has that ability in it. Has that token. It's got the heroic, so I can still do that, but I can also gain a punch token and I can ignore damage. Yeah. You know what? I think I might do it just in case he lands on us next turn. I guess you never know when this is going to happen, so I may as well play it. I suppose I've got Nick Fury, who I could imagine might have some cards that let him look at the top card of the deck, but I don't know if he does actually. Maybe that's Nick Fury regular. So yeah, let's play it now. And because the reason I'm not even going to take this punch token, because I think I'm going to gain the punch token, and I'm just going to straight up knock out this thug here, because that means if this militia triggers, now these guys, if they're in this location, at least are safe. And I'm going to put another 2 of these down, which is going to clear this, I think. Is that right? Yeah, I've played 2 of those, so now I can clear this one. Now, that's the other thing, I have to remember to put these away. We don't need these. We do not need these because we're not... Oh, I see. Yes, okay, so... it's probably pretty obvious, but it's just dawned on me that I'm spending all this effort clearing these because they seem pretty scary, but they're not even working towards anything. But I still think we need to get rid of them. So the good news is they help us if we get rid of at least these Winter Guard power ones. When this threat is cleared, discard 1 crisis token from the power struggle. So at least that's letting us get rid of 1. So there we go. And now what do we got here? Shield Headquarters. You may discard a card from your hand to the bottom of your deck to remove a crisis token from anywhere. Oh, we could just remove one. I could take a hit. Now this is not damage, even though it's essentially the same effect, right? Discarding a card at the bottom of your deck is like taking a damage. It's not worded take damage, so therefore this card here about blocking damage, I can't just say, oh well, I'll just get the benefit of this. Alright, do I want to take a damage? Well, I guess I know I can be protected for a little while, so that's... maybe it's worth it? No, I don't think I'm going to do it, because we've already reduced it by 1. And we can come back here to work on this, I guess, if we need to. But I don't think I need to do that just now. Yeah. Okay. Okay. How about... which way do I want to go? Which place is more likely to overflow? Which place is more likely for him to land on me? I don't know. Well, who's up? It's Mr. Forge. Now, talk about... we've got all these double wilds in our hands to start with, don't we? Okay. What have I given myself? I've given myself a heroic. So I don't really want to play either of these 2. I've got a lot of heroics, but they're not going to do much because I can't move. So I can either play the move, the punch, and then use a heroic. So I can step this way, get rid of this guy. That could be alright. Or I could use the double wild, but maybe I save the double wild because I don't really need to use it just yet. Let's maybe play this. Alright, which way do I want to go though? Where do I... are these both armor? They're both armor. I mean, a double wild could get me over here and I could start working on this, but I think I do want to get rid of these armors as well, or at least one of... actually, you know what? If I'm going to if I'm going to spend stuff on the armor, I've got to commit, don't I? Because there's no point getting rid of one. Do I want to get rid of these? Good question. Alright, Forge. I think we're going to go this way. Yeah, let's punch this guy. That's another thug taken care of. Yeah. Okay, let's do it. Let's put a star down. I could rescue. How much damage am I going to be putting out of this guy? He's got 8 health. Let's try and clear him. Okay. His turn. Okay. This card here. Okay. What is he up to? He's going to be moving 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. He is going to BAM, which is add a crisis token to the power struggle, a hero in his location. So we're not in that location, so we can't do anything about this. So he's putting 1. Then he's going to put another 1, 2, 1 here and 1 here. So he's put 1 down for his BAM. You can't block it. Then he's putting another... Oh, now hold on. Yeah. Yeah, he puts them here, and we would have to be here to take the damage to prevent that. Okay, and then he puts 1, 2... Oh, this is getting full. Oh, that's not good at all. Maybe I should have come this way. Okay. Right. Okay. And then this was a BAM as well, so turn all civilians... I thought I punched... Oh, okay, that's right. Okay, this guy just came out now, didn't he? Alright, so turn all civilians in this location into thugs. So this civilian turns into a thug. And then at that point, because it's still during the BAM, anyone in the spot with a thug would have taken a hit, or at least one hero would have taken a hit, but that wasn't the case, and then this guy got put down. So, alright. Yikes. I was like, wait a minute, I thought the whole plan was to get rid of this guy so we couldn't take a hit. Okay. Right. Well, let's get cracking. Alright, Mr. Nick Fury Sr., you have a field commander. Another hero of your choice may immediately move, punch, and he can also do a punch. But I've got a double wild, but I also have this infinity formula. As long as this card is face up in the storyline, when you recover from being KO'd, I draw an extra card. I don't know that that sounds good, right? Because if I'm taking hits to block these things, then it's good to get extra cards back when I get back up. But I don't necessarily want to get any hits. Maybe we just get cracking on trying to clear things with double wild. Put a punch there. Let's maybe use this one. Nick Fury is going to go... I think you guys need to come this way. But Nick Fury's going to come this way. He's going to put 2 stars. Is this crazy doing this? I should be clearing these, shouldn't I? Oh, should I come here? I should be coming here to try and remove some from here as well. But here's what I'm thinking is... I don't know if you guys can hear that rain, but I'm thinking if I come here I can gain a token. So I could gain myself a heroic token which I could start using to good effect. Buying some time. This could be a bad move, focusing on these threats. Alright. Oh, what did I do there? Did I give myself a token? I did. Alright. So it is now Deadpool's turn. To the beginning of your next turn, any special effects on master plan cards have no effect. Rescue a thingy in your location. I'll play this one. I could do the move punch and it's going to give me 3. Well, that'll give me 3 actions. I'd still be giving Bishop some more punching power. So he could potentially get over here and punch a few more thugs and stuff. That might not be bad, actually. I could save the double. Oh, and yeah, I could save the double wild. Because we also do want to be working on this as well, don't we? So if I move, if I do this, I can move here. I can, before I move, I can punch this thug. I can rescue a civilian in my location. And then I can use these 2 heroics as, or wilds as heroics, and clear 2 of those off there. So that's not bad. And then Bishop. He's drawn himself. Oh, he's drawn himself 2. Oh, 2 stars. I mean, I could just really knock that down completely, couldn't I? But what I think I want to do, sort of keep an eye on all of these actions. I want to do this. I want to go 1 with the movement. I might leave this guy here, even though that means Deadpool's going to take a hit. Is Deadpool supposed to draw? I think Deadpool was supposed to draw a card, wasn't he? So he also got through fight through the pain. Sorry guys, I don't think Deadpool got hurt before, did he? Can't remember him getting hurt. Alright, and that says gain a punch token, you may ignore 1 damage until the beginning of your next turn. No, I think I preferred. I guess the difference is I'd be able to do exactly what I just did. I wouldn't be able to rescue 1 more civilian. And even though it doesn't look like we're really going for civilians, I think keeping things down is not a bad idea. So hopefully we can use that one later. I think Deadpool can afford to take at least 1 hit here if he needs to. If anything happens to him with the thugs here. Now, Bishop though. Oh. Bishop could... If Bishop stays where he is instead of using the extra move, and I use these 2 instead, I can really keep this low. Because we know it's going to go up at least a little bit, don't we? So I can do that. Although I do need some of these heroics to start clearing this stuff, don't I? Yeah, maybe I'll save that. I was going to say I can remove this so there'd only be 1. But I think I want to save that. So we will do this instead. So I'm going to come in. Do I do this? This is a good question. Because I was thinking of taking out 2 thugs. That way we're really progressing here. Yeah. And then we can, the quicker we get to this point, then I can try and finish this off before it gets too far along. I think that's a good idea. We'll see how we go. And then hopefully we've got a few heroics in our hands to sort of block things and do a bunch of stuff. So, alright, but that's the end of our turn, I believe. Forge will be going after us. So we've sort of split into 2 teams, haven't we, here? Alright, Mr. Man, what are you up to? Let's see if I can hold that there. Does that help? Focus. He's not moving. Oh, he's using micro missiles. Deal 1 damage to each hero in both locations. Oh, oh no. Oh, That would have been the perfect thing for bishop if I'd put that out. Energy resistance. Oh no. So there's no... Well, I guess we've stopped an overflow here. So, okay, I'm going to have to take a damage with... there's no BAM, luckily. But bishop is going to have to take a damage here. I think, considering where I am and what I want to do, I want to keep these things handy. Alright, so we'll put that move and punch under there. That's not good. In both adjacent locations to Crimson Dynamo, we've got to put 1 and 1 and 1 and 1. Alright, so nothing in our location, no overflows, getting a bit full again though, but alright. So good call taking out those 2 thugs there. It is Forge's turn. Alright, Forge. Well, considering you are not near Crimson Dynamo and we can't really work on this, you're going to come up and work on this, I think. So we don't have any movement. We have just lots of stars, but we don't have any movement apart from these double wilds, so that's what we're after. We're going to get the ball... Oh no, we have a movement here though. Ooh, we do have a movement there. So we could just play the double stars and really get cracking there. Yeah, that could be good. Who's going next? It would be Nick Fury Sr. He's over there. If I give him double stars, what's that going to let him do? Move and punch, and then he could double star or something like that. So I guess he could still do stuff. Whereas if I were to... Yeah, if I were to give a double wild, that would be... I guess the double wild would be more handy for hunting him down. So yeah, we could do that. Let's do it. Okay, so we're going to, with Nick Fury... Oh, hold on, and Forge stayed there, didn't he? What did he do? No, this is Forge. Okay, sorry, we're playing this card for Forge. Alright, sorry, so Forge is going over here with the move. He's going to punch this guy. Okay. Then he's going to place 2 heroic tokens down in this spot. And that is all he's doing. Now, Mr. Nick Fury, I noticed you actually have another heroic token here, but we'll save that. You've just drawn yourself, I believe, a single punch. So he's got his infinity formula, so we could make him a bit tougher now if we wanted to. We've given ourselves 2. We want to play at least 1 heroic to come up and finish this, I guess. Another hero of our choice may immediately move and punch. Maybe we don't want to finish that? What would we do instead? Another hero can move and punch. And then it's going to be Deadpool's turn. Punch. 5 punch. Well, I don't want to play that because then I'm stuck there doing nothing. I guess I need to either play this move and punch or this infinity formula. I think I may as well play this because the move and punch isn't really going to help me at the moment. It could get us a bit further along here, I guess. But am I ready to do that? Am I ready to do that? I don't know. Let's move in, finish that off, and we may as well clear this thug here, rescue him with the other heroic. This is going to help us reduce this down. We've got rid of another one of these power cards. So that's not bad. What does this let us do? You may relocate any number of civilians from this location to other locations. If you do, gain a movement token for each civilian. Oh, I think I used this in a previous game, didn't I? For each civilian you relocate. Well, unfortunately, there is no one else there, so we're not doing that. Okay. Alright, so now we are on to... And I'm not going to use this star on that civilian there. So now... So we have reduced his ability to really put more of these out, so that's not too bad. I've got a movement, and I'm going to draw one of these. I've got fight through the pain again. So that is... it's the same as that other card here, so we could gain a token, ignore damage until the beginning of our next turn, play the double wild. So I've got a move. I think what I want to do... Oh, this is interesting. Can I do this? Oh! So, is this going to work? Let's see. What do I... Oh no, I need to clear 3. I was thinking, for some reason I was thinking I was a lot closer to clearing these thugs. I was thinking, oh, if I can just take out the one thug, and with, you know, one of the wilds, then the other wild I can reduce this one here, and then step in here, take a damage, or, you know, do a discard, and then reduce the last one. So that could be good, but I don't have enough. I can't kill enough thugs. But we could certainly. It might be worth putting him under pressure now, anyway. Might actually be worth putting him under pressure now, anyway. Because then we'd only need to really... I could probably take out one of these thugs, so we could probably get away with taking out a couple of thugs, and then we'd be looking good. So I think that's what we're going to do. I think what we're going to do is... and I think, looking at this team, I think I've got a lot of heroics. I think that's... If you're looking at... I'm thinking about this Crimson Dynamo character, and I think... if you're playing, obviously, if you're playing with the double wilds, there's a lot more to think about, I guess. But I think having a lot of heroics is helpful in this one, because it just gives you a lot of flexibility in order to either put things down on these things or to clear this. But yeah, we're going to use the double wild here. Yeah, I'm saying, oh, this is way easy, but on the turn that I play a double wild. But so let's go. Sorry, before we go, let's use one of those as a heroic to remove this from his location. Then let's punch. Let's jump in here and punch this thug. And let's take a damage. What are we going to lose here? I think at this stage I want to get rid of this improved resistance to everything. Alright. Keep these fight through the pain. And that's going to let me remove this one. So I believe when there are no crisis tokens on the power struggle, it is completed. So we flip it and we put it up here. So this one is now complete. So now he can still be gaining these crisis tokens, but they're going to go here and they're going to make him go faster. But I think this is okay. Alright, so because we've done that on the third hero turn, so we're not really losing anything, I guess. So let's just take out 2 thugs and then try and hunt him down as quick as we can. The other thing we've got to bear in mind is we've left his armor here, so if we can get rid of this, that might be worthwhile as well. Alright, so let's see. It is his turn. Okay, alright. It is a 1 and a bam. Oh, 1 and a bam. Wow, he really does not like bishop. He is going for bishop. So he's coming here. He's going to put a crisis token. From now on, effects that would add a crisis token. So add a crisis token to the power struggle mission. We can't do that. If it goes to power mission, it goes here instead. Crimson Vengeance. Okay, now we can prevent this. I take it that we can still prevent this here by taking a damage. But I don't think I want to. I think I'm okay. Then we put another one down here because of this BAM effect here. Now there's going to be some overflow. So I wonder, actually let's have a look at this overflow. What's he doing? He's putting 1, 1 and 1. Oh yeah, there's going to be at least one overflow. So that means another one's going to go down. Are we happy with that? I guess we're happy with that. So a civilian here, a civilian over here, and a thug would go in London, but we can't fit them. London Bridge is falling. Oh, maybe this is just called London Bridge. It's just called London Bridge. Or the Tower Bridge or something. Anyway, it's falling down. Okay, there's too many thugs and civilians. Overcapacity. We've got some real overflow situation here. Alright. Now, interestingly, if we do clear this one now, if we do clear this, it's not going to help us because this just says to discard a crisis token from the power struggle mission, and this is not the power struggle mission. Alright. So that's that ban. We keep going around. This says to turn all... Now, we've got to remember that there were... Well, no, we're only adding civilians there, weren't we? So, everyone in a spot with a thug takes a damage. Uh-oh, so... Bishop is now taking a damage for this one. Oh boy. And we can't take crisis tokens off here now with our heroics, can we? Oh no. Okay. I guess we'll just lose the energy resistance one now. I don't know how many more of those micro missiles he's got there, but yeah. Okay, so we took a damage for having a thug in this location. We chose not to take any damage because of the his effect and the threat, but we've taken a damage from that. Alright. And no one else is in a spot with that happening, is there? Okay. Alrighty then, well, it is... Whose turn is it now? It is... it's Bishop's turn. Speaking of Bishop. Alright, Bishop, what are you going to do, buddy? I think you had better... What have we given... Oh, we've given you 2 wilds. Amazing. So I think you should do the following. Ooh, energy absorption. That could be good. I was going to say, definitely we're going to play this. We're going to tee it up with one of those. We're going to clear this threat. So we don't have to worry about more tokens going down. Or, you know what, come down here, work on this one. But now we've got this energy absorption, so we could gain a token. We could hit him 3 times. That would be 2 damage. No, I think I'm going to do this. In the long run, I think we're not too far down the track, right? So I think we can afford to spend a bit of time making things a bit easier for us. So I'm going to move using one of the wilds. And then I'm going to use 1, 2, 3 to clear this. Yes. Okay. So, and then this says, if there are any civilians in this location, oh, there you go, you can deal damage to a thug or henchman in this or an adjacent location. Oh, in that case, I think I'd rather do that. I was going to say I'd rather do it here to stop overflow, but if I can get rid of this guy now, then I can't be damaged by that BAM. So that's what I'll do. Alright. Okay, now we only get one more turn. We're under pressure here, aren't we? So, well, we're not under pressure, but the Crimson Dynamo. Cobra Commander is. Alright, Cobra. Is it Forge's turn? Alright, Forge. Yo, Joe. Alright, ooh, Spirit Sight. What's this do? Alright, that's right. There's a Joe character called Spirit, wasn't there? So that's who this guy can be. There we go. Who can Bishop be? Bishop can be like Stalker or something. Yeah, Spirit. I remember having him. Pick another location. This turn, you may use your... Oh, heroics and punches there. Oh, that's pretty cool. Or I could just play a double wild. Well, we could certainly make him vulnerable, couldn't we? No, we couldn't because we don't have a... What have I got? Two... I could certainly work on that from a distance. No, let's keep that Spirit Sight. That we might be able to use that down the track. Yeah, we might be able to use that down the track. Okay. Let's just play the double wild. Because we need to get him vulnerable now. So, we've got rid of his armor. We can now use... We can head in here with a movement. We can do a final punch. Get rid of this last thug. That is going to be 2 missions complete now. Along with the power struggle. So, whoopsie. So now... So yeah, moved into the punch. Now it can be damaged. We don't really have the movement to get there or the punches to do anything. So we're going to use the last 2 here. I'm in a bit of a vulnerable spot here, but there's not much we can do about that. I'm just going to put a couple of... Oh, now hold on a second. Well, okay, I was going to say I can... we might get some thunder in a second, guys. I can't, because there's this guy here. I was going to say, do I want to rescue this guy? And then I thought, oh no, wait, because he should have been turned into a thug by this effect, but he was placed out, I think, after the effect, was he? Or maybe no, maybe the thug was. What went down? Oh no, it was a civilian. So anyway, I think this guy is still supposed to be here. But I think I'm still just going to play this. 1 and 2. Alright. Yeah, stop taking all that extra damage, I think. Actually, you know what? Let's put 1 down and 1. 1 and 1, because overflow is not great. If we can stop the overflow, that's good. Alright. That's our... round. It's on to Cobra Commander or Crimson Dynamo. Here he goes. He's going to move 2, so he's heading for oh no, is it Captain Hawk or General Hawk? I forget. General Hawk. Alright, and he's going to do a BAM, so he's going to place a... So I'm supposed to put another token down? 1, 2... I feel like I was supposed to have 3 here at the end of last turn. I'm not sure. I think I might have forgotten to put another token down. I'm just going to put 1 down. I think I was supposed to put 1 down because there was an overflow. Yeah, he did 1 with his BAM. He did 1 with this, and then I think he did 1... Oh no, but did we take the damage? No, I don't think so. I think there was an overflow, so I think there's supposed to be 3. Alright. So, he's going to come down, he's going to do a BAM. That is going to place 1 of these right here. But, the heroic Nick Fury is going to dive in the way of that. He's going to take a hit, and he's going to prevent that from happening. I think. As long... Wait, this is going to put 1 down anyway, isn't it? So there's not much point preventing it. Yes. Alright, so Nick Fury is not going to be heroic. He's going to go, by all means, put some crisis tokens down. And so that's going to put 1 and 2. Because 1 happens for that, 1 happens for this effect. Then we go around, actually we were supposed to sort of come around, yeah, that's right. And this is now going to, oh, now we're in a bit of trouble here. Oh no, only the one guy. So Forge takes a hit here. What are we going to lose? Forge, just the single heroic, I think. Yep. Okay, okay. And then we've got 1 civilian here and 2 thugs here. 1 and 2. Okay. There we go. Alright, Cobra Commander, time to hunt you down, I think, because we've got you vulnerable, we've got rid of your armor. Yeah, this guy would be really tough. If you weren't using the double wilds, I can see this would be a really, like, right down to the wire fight, because, like, you have to sort of do so much to get him to a point where you can feel comfortable sort of, like, taking him down and, you know, getting this trap going and stuff like that. So, yeah. Now, let's have a look here. This says to, at the end, if there's 4 or more of these, I think we discard them. At the end of his turn, and we draw a master plan card, add it face down to the storyline. Yep, so he's accelerating, but I think we're okay. I think we're doing fine. Yep, bingo. Okay. Alright. That's fine. Barely an inconvenience. We have... After Forge hits... Okay, time for General Hawk to lead the troops. So... Oh... Well, General Hawk, you could do that, couldn't you? I think he's going to do it. Field Commander. He's going to say Field Commander. Okay. I was going to get... Am I still going to do it? I was going to get Forge to jump in. If I play Field Commander, I can punch and then get Forge to move in and punch as well. What about what's he? Oh, he's given me 2. He's given me 2 wilds there. That's amazing. But so that would let me sort of punch him 3 times. Then I could get Forge to come in and punch him. But then that would only be giving Deadpool 1 punch. Whereas if I played the move and punch, I wouldn't need the move necessarily, but it would give Deadpool the ability to get in there and do some punching as well. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Field Commander, he's going to save that for another day. He's going to play this one. I can do 3 punches. Gets him down to 5. 1, 2, 3. We got you, buddy. Cobra Commander, your days are numbered. Alright. Then he's going to move. And he's going to move... I could move here and work on this. But I'm going to move here and... you know what? Ooh, I have ended in a spot with a baddie, but I'm going to take a punch. I don't even think I need a punch, do I? Do I need a punch? I think we can take him out before Hawk gets another turn, to be honest. But you know what? Save it for a rainy day. Here we go. Why not? Then... Deadpool. So unless Deadpool gets a better card... Oh! Speaking of which, what's this? What is this craziness here? So he's got himself... Totally unpredictable. So we can move into a wild. On your next turn, you must play your card randomly. Well, to be honest, we've got 2 of the same card, so that's not too bad. But I'm going to play this one. Actually, I think have I taken a damage with him? I think I may be supposed to have 1 more card. Maybe I haven't been drawing with him. Has it been taking damage? No, he's got one of these B might be in danger things, but I think I'm just gonna, I don't know if he's supposed to have that, but I'm just gonna play this. He's gonna move twice. 1, 2, and I'm going to punch twice. 1, 2, and that is looking good. I can now not be damaged with Deadpool. You can ignore one, sorry, I can be damaged. I can ignore 1 damage at the beginning of my next turn. Alright, now this says you may relocate any number of civilians here. Oh yeah, we could send them away from this location and get myself a move token. Yeah, why not? Let's send this guy. Here. Okay. He was a soldier on R&R from Cape Citadel, visiting the Statue of Liberty, but he is back now. Okay. Alright. This is your last chance, Cobra Commander. What have you got for us? Because I think we've got your number now, buddy. Alright. Oh, Electric Blast. That doesn't sound good. I think maybe he heard us. He doesn't like it. He's moving 3, so he's going directly to... Oh, it's his favourite. Bishop. He's picking on Bishop here. Okay. Did I put anything down to help me? What did I play last turn with Bishop? Nope. Nope. Okay. Each hero in Crimson Dynamos and both adjacent locations, so we got a bit lucky there, must turn all their equipment face down. Ah. Ha ha ha. Alright, if not possible... Oh, they take a damage. Ah. Okay, so he is KO'd. Alright, so boom, boom, boom. KO'd. Now, that triggers a BAM effect, so, and I believe that doesn't trigger all the other BAMs. It's been a while since I played one of these villains that has a BAM KO effect, but that BAM effect is going to add a crisis token to his card here, and if Bishop were still on his feet, he'd be able to take it damage to block that, but he's already down. Oh no, and look, I was worried about this. We have an overflow in this location. That was the one, I just chose the wrong spot, didn't I? Oh, and this overflows too, that's 2 overflows, wow. So he's already up to 3. Oh, we got lucky there that he didn't put any more down. I'm pretty sure that you don't trigger these again when you trigger the villain's BAM. Alright. Is that right? Because if so, if you do, then Forge would be taking another hit, although he'd survive that. Nick Fury would take a hit, but he'd survive that. We would get another crisis, and that would mean he would flip another card down. So that's just something to bear in mind. I'm not sure if I'm playing that right, but I'm pretty sure you don't trigger all the other ones as well. Okay. Alrighty then. So he's gone here. And the good news for us is it is Bishop's turn. He's going to wake up here and he should be able to do the job. Although he's only been given a movement by Deadpool, hasn't he? But I'm sure he's got some punches here. Well, that's 1 no punch. Oh, that's 1. He could use that. Ooh. Energy resistant, or whatever that card is there. That could do some damage. Oh, haha. Alright. Good night, sweet prince. It is time to hit the floor. Alright, so that's 2 damage. And if there are any civilians in this location, we can do some damage to some thugs. Let's damage this guy. And in an adjacent location. And then, oh, and of course, Spirit for the win. He is going to well, either way we can do this. He's only got 1 health. I think we can use this ability here, use our wilds, because we're just using heroic and punch, like attack actions. But if not, if you specifically can't use that, then we would use the move and the punch, plus these 2 would give us enough movement to get over here. But I like the idea that he he uses his spirit sight, and he's standing out on the outstretched arm of this hubris, this statue, which is an affront to all free peoples everywhere, and he takes out Cobra Commander from a distance. Down he goes, and there you have it. So that was the Crimson Dynamo fight. I think he's a really fun one. I really like him. I think he's a cool fight. I like how you have to sort of all these threats are so brutal, but if you're taking care of them, you're not actually progressing anything. I guess the Winter Guard ones, you're sort of progressing the power struggle cards. But yeah, that was a really fun fight. I like him. Yeah, I'd like to try him again now without the double wilds maybe. But certainly you'd need to think about putting enough heroics in your squad too. And I think these guys, for a team of gun-toting dudes that I thought would be good Joes, they were very heroic actually. There was a lot of heroics all through their cards actually. So yeah, good battle. I really like that one. So Andrea and the team, whoever came up with Crimson Dynamo, I really liked that fight. That was really cool. Boy, I don't know what I would have done. Would I have... I wonder how this would go if you ignore the threats and just try and like work on these and just sort of keep trying to hunt him down and get rid of a couple of crisis tokens to turn off this, just to keep it from going, keep it down. I wonder how that would go, because it feels like we weren't able to work on these for quite a while. Like these were out for quite a while, so there was still enough stuff going on. I think a lot of it can do with his villain cards, his master plan cards, and what order they come out in. I guess they can sort of dictate how the fight goes. If you get a lot of these BAM cards, that could be quite problematic, I think. Yeah. And if you've got heroes that can absorb, soak up damage, like we had quite a bit of damage resistance, but we never sort of timed it right, did we? We didn't really use it to sort of block anything too much. So, yeah. Anyway, well, that was a good fun fight. This will probably be the last gameplay video where I do a battle on the table here for a while. I may be sort of posting things on the YouTube channel, just like little messages and things like that. Maybe doing some live streams if I can sort of find some opportunities here and there as well. But yeah, this will probably be for a couple of weeks. This will probably be the last gameplay on the table sort of thing, and then we'll get back into it after that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Next time we'll be back with some more homebrew stuff when we do finally get back to the table. So I guess hopefully I'll be able to show off another G.I. Joe homebrew battle. I think maybe we'll show the Baroness. I think might be the next one on the agenda. So we'll check that out. So keep your eyes peeled on that. Let us know how you're enjoying your games. If any of you have watched the G.I. Joe Operation Cobra live stream that we did there, let us know what you thought of that, or what you thought of the game, or head over to the Game Fan page and let the folks there know what you think of the game, and if you've got any feedback or suggestions or things you'd like to see in the game. Maybe you've got some favorite Joes or Cobra characters you'd like to see, so I'm sure they'd appreciate hearing that as well. And if you like the G.I. Joe homebrew stuff, G.I. Joe United stuff I've been working on, if there are any characters you want to see there, or things like that, or just let us know what you thought of the battle the other day with Cobra Commander and that sort of thing as well, and yeah, eager to hear all that sort of stuff as well. Don't forget the Maple Monkey community page on Facebook. We're always looking for people to come and join us and share their pictures of their models and tales of their games and that sort of stuff. Lots of really friendly people in there. Jiro and Dan and Len and Lee and Clara and Jack. So, sorry, I'm blanking on some of the names, but and we've just been joined by, now I think it's, I want to say Jean, but I could be pronouncing that wrong, but yeah, lots of great folks there to share your stuff with, so come and join us. Anyway, well, I hope you guys really enjoyed. It's been a blast, and we will catch you on the next one. So Meeple Monkey out. See ya.